Ready to saddle up for the ultimate lever action roundup? Stick around, these 5 rifles will have you geared up for 2025 like never before. The Henry Big Boy has long been a benchmark for classic American craftsmanship. If you're familiar with Henry repeating arms, you already know they prioritize smooth action and impeccable build quality. Available chamberings typically include .357 Magnum, .38 Special, .44 Magnum, and .45 Colt. These revolver calibers make it a versatile choice for everything from range plinking to medium-sized game hunting. In terms of weight, the Henry Big Boy usually hovers around 8.68 pounds, which might seem a bit hefty. However, that extra weight helps tame recoil, especially when shooting the heavier .44 Magnum loads. The barrel length is commonly around 20 inches, striking a balance between handy maneuverability and respectable ballistic performance. Some variants have brass receivers. The gleaming gold tone is downright iconic, turning heads at the range and giving the rifle a vintage flair. If you prefer a more understated look, Henry also offers steel-framed models with a matte or blued finish. Magazine capacity varies slightly depending on caliber, but you can generally expect around 10 rounds in .44 Magnum configurations. The Henry's lever action is exceptionally smooth, requiring minimal effort to cycle. The trigger mechanism is a crisp, single-stage braking predictably so you can place your shots with confidence. Safety-wise, Henry uses a transfer bar system, which ensures the hammer only makes contact with the firing pin if the trigger is fully pulled. This reduces the chance of an accidental discharge if the rifle is dropped or bumped. Ergonomically, the Henry Big Boy carries the classic straight grip stock made from American walnut. The forend is nicely contoured, giving your support hand a comfortable hold. The standard sights are adjustable semi-buckhorn at the rear and a brass bead up front. While these sights are perfectly functional for most shooting scenarios, you can also mount optics if you prefer. Some of the newer models come with a slide loading gate, which many Henry fans had been requesting for years. This setup allows you to feed rounds directly into the magazine tube without removing it. Super handy if you want to top off your rifle during a shooting session. Concealability isn't exactly a strong suit, as this is a full-size lever gun. Still, for range days, home defense, or as a ranch rifle, the Henry Big Boy is as American as it gets. Its combination of heritage aesthetics and robust design makes it a must-have for anyone craving that old-world lever-action style with modern reliability. No lever-action list would be complete without the Winchester Model 94. This rifle dates back to 1894 and remains one of the most iconic firearms in American history. If you've watched a Western, chances are you've seen a Model 94 in action. Its silhouette is practically the dictionary definition of a lever rifle. The most common chambering is .30-30 Winchester, a venerable cartridge perfect for deer-sized game and hogs. Typical weight clocks in around 6.8 pounds, which makes it noticeably lighter than some other lever actions on this list. That lighter weight can be a lifesaver if you're traversing thick brush or rugged terrain on a long hunt, where every extra pound on your shoulder matters. A standard Model 94 sports a 20-inch barrel. That length offers a good compromise between accuracy and handiness, letting you aim precisely at moderate distances while still maneuvering through tough, dense woods. The magazine capacity usually sits around 7 or 8 rounds, depending on the exact model. You load through the side gate on the receiver, a classic feature that allows you to quickly top off the tube without too much fuss. The trigger is typically single-stage, with a break that's consistent enough for most hunting or recreational shooting. Modern variants of the Model 94 often feature a top tank safety, adding an extra layer of security while keeping the firing mechanism straightforward. As for sights, most come with a buckhorn rear sight and a simple front bead. Many shooters stick to irons on this gun just because it feels authentic, though it's absolutely possible to mount a scope or a peep sight if that suits your preferences. In terms of feel, the straight grip walnut stock and the slim forend give it that classic lever action profile. It shoulders quickly and can be operated with fluid ease if you practice a bit. Concealability isn't exactly a priority. Like any lever rifle, it's not going under your coat, but its compact receiver and lighter frame are definitely pluses for those who want a rifle that won't bog them down in the field. Before we move on to the next one on the list, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you're enjoying this content so far, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch these videos without subscribing. Imagine what we could accomplish if everyone subscribed. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. Thanks to all of you who do. The Marlin 336 is another heavyweight contender in the lever-action world. Chambered primarily in .30-30 Winchester, though you'll also find variants in .35 Remington, this rifle is often the first hunting gun many Americans ever own. One of the biggest draws is the solid top receiver with side ejection, which simplifies the process of mounting a scope. Unlike top ejecting designs, you can slap on a low-profile optic without dealing with an awkward offset mount. Weighing around 7.5 pounds, the 336 splits the difference between the heavier Henry Big Boy and the lighter Winchester Model 94. Many hunters find that the 336 provides a nice balance. It's still comfortable to carry over longer distances, but it's got enough heft to mitigate recoil and keep things on target. The tactical barrel length is about 20 inches, although Marlin offers various configurations if you want something a little longer or shorter. Magazine capacity usually sits around 6+1 rounds in the tubular magazine, which should be plenty for most hunting or range scenarios. The rifle uses a crossbolt safety, giving modern shooters a bit more reassurance against accidental discharges. Some traditionalists prefer the absence of such a feature, but from a practical standpoint, it's a welcome upgrade for those who like to be extra cautious. The 336's pistol grip stock is one of its defining features. This shape provides a more ergonomic hold than straight grips for many shooters, helping maintain a steady aim. Marlin typically pairs that stock with a well-finished walnut forend, though synthetic options exist. The open sights are fine for woods hunting, but where the 336 really shines is with its scope. The side eject design prevents spent cartridges from flying up into your optics, which can be a problem with certain other lever guns. Trigger pull on the 336 tends to be decent right out of the box, clean enough for most practical shooting, though maybe not as light as a dedicated precision rifle. As for concealability, it's in the same boat as most lever rifles. Not ideal, but that's rarely the main reason you're buying one of these. Unique features include that reliable side ejection port and Marlin's sturdy, solid receiver construction, which can handle a wide range of weather conditions without complaint. While most lever actions rely on tubular magazines and rounded or flat-tipped bullets, the Browning BLR breaks that mold with the detachable box magazine. That alone is a game changer. You can safely use pointed Spitzer bullets without worrying about them striking the primer of the cartridge in front of while under recoil. This design lets you tap into a broader selection of modern, high-velocity cartridges such as .308 Winchester, .243 Winchester, 7mm, .08, and more. The BLR typically tips the scales around 6.8 pounds, though it depends on the particular model and barrel length. Standard models often feature a 20-inch barrel, but variations with longer tubes exist, providing improved long-range ballistics for those who need it. The action is notably smooth, partly because the BLR uses a rotating bolt head that locks up solidly, almost reminiscent of a bolt-action rifle in terms of a secure lockup. This can translate to better accuracy, especially if you're the kind of shooter who pushes your shots beyond typical lever gun ranges. Magazine capacity usually ranges from 4 to 5 rounds, plus 1 in the chamber, depending on the caliber. While that might seem low compared to a tubular lever gun, the power and range of cartridges like .308 Winchester often mean you won't need a large number of follow-up shots. The single-stage trigger moves in sync with the lever, which can feel unusual at first, but it's easy to get used to. Shooters often praise the clean, predictable break. Browning outfits the BLR with a top tang safety, conveniently placed for both left and right-handed shooters. The receiver is commonly made from aircraft-grade aluminum alloy, keeping the rifle lightweight while maintaining durability. Stocks and forends come in various materials. Some are walnut, while others are synthetic. Browning also offers takedown models, allowing you to break the rifle into 2 pieces for easier storage or travel. Ergonomically, the pistol grip is comfortable, and the lever throw is short enough to allow quick follow-up shots. Because of the box magazine, you can reload faster than with a tube-fed rifle, simply by swapping mags. Concealability isn't exactly the primary draw here, but the takedown feature does let you pack it into more compact cases. For hunters looking to blend lever-action nostalgia with the ballistic advantages of modern cartridges, the BLR stands alone in its category. Its combination of reliability, accuracy, and caliber versatility makes it a solid contender for anyone wanting a lever gun that steps outside the traditional 30-30 mold. Landing at the top of our list is the Henry X model series, a sleek, modern twist on the classic lever-action platform. Henry recognized that plenty of shooters love lever guns but also crave contemporary ergonomics and tactical features. That's where the X model lineup shines. Right away, you'll see the synthetic furniture, usually black, weather-resistant, and robust. Gone is the polished walnut that Henry is known for, replaced by a material better suited for harsh conditions. This design choice also helps keep weight down to around 7.3 pounds, depending on the chambering. Thanks to the synthetic stock and forend, you won't have to fret about dings, scratches, or moisture damage. The X models are built to handle everything from rainy hunts to dusty ranges. Barrel length in the big boy X models is generally around 17.4 inches, making the rifle agile in tight quarters, be it thick brush or indoor shooting lanes. Common calibers include .357 Magnum, .38 Special, .44 Magnum, .44 Special, and .45 Colt. Each chambering offers 7+1 or more in magazine capacity, although certain variants come with longer barrels and increased capacity. Importantly, Henry added a slide-loading gate to these rifles, so you can feed rounds directly into the tube, but you can still remove the magazine tube if you want to load or unload the rifle in a more traditional Henry fashion. The X models typically feature a threaded barrel, which is a rarity in the lever-action world. If you want to attach a suppressor or muzzle device, you're good to go. That's a big plus for folks interested in home defense or those who simply enjoy quieter shooting. The lever action is as smooth as you'd expect from Henry, ensuring quick follow-up shots. The transfer bar safety system remains discreet, providing peace of mind without adding unnecessary controls. When it comes to sights, Henry outfits these rifles with high-visibility fiber optics, perfect for low-light or fast-target scenarios. The synthetic stock often includes M-LOK or Picatinny rail sections on the forend, giving you the option to add accessories such as lights or lasers. This effectively bridges the gap between old-school lever-action operation and modern tactical demands. The recoil pad on the buttstock is also well-designed, taking some of the sting out of hotter Magnum cartridges. Ergonomically, the X model checks nearly every box for a 21st century shooter. The pistol grip area is more contoured compared to a classic straight grip, allowing a firm, comfortable hold. The short barrel and balanced weight makes this rifle exceptionally maneuverable, which can be crucial for everything from hog hunting to defending your property. Concealability is still limited. Let's face it, you're not stowing a lever rifle in your waistband, but the compact profile is more discreet than many older lever guns. All told, the Henry X model series sits at number 1 because it merges the best of both worlds: time-tested lever action reliability and modern tactical versatility. If you want a lever gun that's more than just a nod to cowboy days, something that can hold its own in the latest firearms landscape, this might be your perfect match. Factor in Henry's rock-solid American manufacturing, and you've got a firearm that's built to last. Hope you found this video helpful. Jokes aside, if you enjoyed this rundown of the best lever-action rifles for 2025, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more firearm breakdowns, tips, and tricks on the way. Drop a comment below on which lever gun caught your eye the most, or which you already own and love. Until next time, stay safe, have fun at the range, and keep that lever running smooth. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button and share this video to help support the channel. Happy shooting!